Hey people, welcome to the Monday stream. Hope you're all doing well. It is 5:15, or just a little before 5:15, I guess. And I think it's April the 13th. And it's a very warm day here in Toronto, if you hadn't already heard or noticed. It's over 20 degrees right now. A bit windy though. Welcome everyone. Hello Alan K, Chantel, Leo Chung, John Nicholson. Hello Jennifer Gala. Hello Darren. Franny is here. Vivian Johnson is in the house. What's up, Fast Rick? Hello, Lee John. Just chilling here at the corner of Gerrard and Church. Hello, Yvonne. I'm doing very well. This is my first time venturing outside today, actually. Hello, Zach. Yeah, I was purposely not responding to you, Zach. So, like the title says, we're just gonna wander around downtown today. Last time I took a long walk way into the East End, so I think it's alright if I stick to my more familiar downtown environs today. And also, it's probably going to be really busy around downtown since it's so nice out. Hello, Jada. What's up, Utterly Free? Hey, Chantel. Breaking that super chat seal. $3. Thank you very much. Buy no name ships at shoppers. I might do that. Thank you very kindly, Chantel. Very much appreciated, Chantel. Cheers to the support. Hey, Steglash. Maybe we'll see the Space Needle at some point. We're in my new aviators I bought the other day in Kensington Market. I'm still not sure if I like them or not. Just trying to get used to the look of them, I guess. To me, they look a bit too big for my face, but I don't know. My other sunglasses were smaller. I was just used to that size, I guess, you know. Hello, Rebecca. I think aviators are supposed to be a little bigger, right? I think that's how they're supposed to look. Hey, first last. Hello, SG. No can do. What's up, Cam and William? Hello, Kevin. What's up, Alex? Crossing Carlton here. Yeah, first last. I got these the other day in Kensington Market. Hello, Christos. Me a while to choose these. Must have looked at like 100 pairs, tried on probably a couple of dozen, and I was about to give up and just leave without buying any, and then I saw these ones and I thought, well, okay, let's try these ones, and I thought they looked the most like what I was going for, so I thought, what the hell, I didn't come here just to not buy something, so I figured, what the hell, I'll just buy them. They're only $20. No big whoop if I decide I don't like them, you know. Hey, Bradley Taylor, hello. Greg, Picard, hello. Engage. Thank you. I'm still not sold on them, but thank you for saying so. I'm quite particular about things like this. Walking up Church and Wood. It's the hair of the dog. Olivia Chow is the mayor of Toronto. Taiwan Young mukbang. I don't do mukbang. I don't do food on stream, really. At least not when it's showing my face eating the food. Not if I can help it, anyway. Not more than for 5 seconds. I don't remember that. I don't remember going to Johnny's and eating Domino's pizza. That has completely been erased from my memory somehow. Did I have fun? Was the pizza good? What's up, BG? Damon? Walking up into the village here. Hello, Scott. Welcome. Hello, Creative Mistress. What is up, Mojo? Yeah, really nice day here. Kind of cloudy at times and then sunny at times, you know. Can't make up its mind, but it's not so bad, really. The clouds are kind of moving quickly, so they blow over pretty fast, and then we get a bit of sun and blue skies. And then the clouds come back again. But at least I'm not like blinded the whole time when I'm walking around by the sun. Sometimes that is a issue with doing streams in the afternoon or the daytime generally. Here's Maitland Street. Hey, what's up, Howard Charco? Let's do a little side street exploration here. What's up, Math Doctors? We've got some old apartment buildings. Hello, Ashnix. This is Maitland Street. Just a residential side street. Maybe we'll walk over to like Jarvis and then go up and maybe back across along another residential street. Hey, Riding Reckless. Hello, another address. Let's hope not. Looks like this old apartment building is vacant. There's a proposal to redevelop it here, I see. tall residential 56-story proposal to replace this old apartment building here. Hey, Billy T. Hey, what's up, Yoshi? It's a nice day to be out and about today. I just stayed in all day until it was time to come out and stream though. I had an issue at home with my internet, my modem. I had to tinker with my modem. I wasn't getting any Wi-Fi signal in my apartment. But I got it sorted out. It's funny what happens when you suddenly don't have internet. It feels like you lost an arm or something. It's like, oh no, no internet. I have to get this fixed as quickly as possible. I can't bear to be without internet for more than like 5 minutes or something. Hey, Mine Maze, hello. There's the Jarvis Collegiate. Big old high school. Hello, Jennifer K. Morin. Welcome. What's up, NPC Jenna? Well, at least you can admit it. Hope all is well. I have another regular viewer from Connecticut, Phil. Do you know Phil in Connecticut? That's what people say sometimes when they meet a Canadian. If you're in the United States and you talk to an American, they'll ask you if you know so-and-so from Canada. Yeah, do you know Doug from Canada? I know a Doug. Oh, Doug, oh yeah. Canada Doug, everyone knows that guy. Hey, Mike Landry's in the house, $2. Hi, Ken and everyone. Hello, hello, Mike. Welcome to the stream, Mike. Thank you very kindly for the super chat, Mike Landry. Cheers. Hey, hello, Scott. Surge in the house. Hello, Darlene. It's only 6 where you are, eh? Hello to Jillian. My day was alright. Didn't do much. I knew I'd be out for a long walk, you know, during the stream, so I felt okay with hanging around the apartment today. Hey, greetings, donkey. We got Ruben here. What's up? We're going north up Jarvis right now. I think we're going to turn though on this residential street. We'll go back westward again. Whew, I don't need this flannel shirt, that's for sure. I'm just wearing it because it has this chest pocket that I can put my power bank in. Just makes it easy to have a place to put the power bank that's sort of up high, you know. But I'm a bit warm here. Hey, what's up, Lighthouse? Alright, Gloucester Street. We'll go back this way. And we got Cookies and Chaos. She's got her channel off to a good start. 2 videos are up on Cookies and Chaos's channel already. That's Felicity, for those who don't know. Or 12H08 was her other chat name before. I missed 5 memberships. Oh no. Thank you, Vivian and Alan. I see you both alerted me here. First Last gifted 5 memberships. Holy moly. Thank you very kindly, First Last. That is very generous. I think some people's memberships just expired who were gifted previously. But now we have 5 new ones, courtesy of First Last. Welcome to all the 5 new members. Thank you very much, First Last, and cheers. And welcome to the new 5, the Furious 5. What's up, Tony? Random travels. I sort of do random walks. I was looking on Google Street View recently, just sort of going up and down some of these side streets here, just for fun. And when you're on Google Street View, every once in a while you notice a house or a building is all blurred out, right? Or you can't see it. It's just like a big blurry splotch covering it up. That's requested by the property owner, who for whatever reason doesn't want their property appearing on Google Street View, right? So Google will put a big splotchy thing over that property so you can't see it on Google Street View. But the thing is, once that's done, it's permanent. So if someone were to sell that property and a new person moves in, their property is forever blotted out. They can't get it unblotted, you know, if they want to show their property. Say it's a business or something, and they want to show their business on Google Street View, you know, for obvious reasons. Well, if it's been blotted out before, they can't. It's permanently blotted out. That seems ridiculous to me. Hey, Yun Wa Uni, hello. I don't see the point in blurring out a property on Google Street View. I just don't see the point of it. It actually makes me want to go and look at that place even more, right? If it's like, oh, I can't see this on Google Street View, I'll kind of want to go and look at it then. It makes me want to like go there and actually look at it. And one of these houses right here was one of those ones that was blurred out. It might have been this one. And it's not like there aren't other services like Google Street View that you can go and look at that same property, right? Apple has their own version, right, called Look Around. So if you can't see it on Google Street View, just go on Apple Look Around and you can see it there, right? It's kind of pointless. And then maybe some walktuber like myself will go there and go, hey, look, this is that property that was all blurred out on Google Street View. Here, this is it. This is what it looks like. It's my little rant for the day, I guess. What's up, Rakzik? Do I coordinate with Johnny? Sometimes, but not always. We used to do that more before than we do now. I think after we just had been doing this for so long, sort of fell into the whatever kind of attitude, you know. If we're streaming simultaneously, then so be it. But every once in a while we'll still go, hey, I'm going to stream, you know, at this time on this day. Just so you know. What's up, Dan? Don't eat the squid. Hello. Your dad blurred his house. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know what are people afraid of? I don't get it. Hey, hello, Carol. Transit mobile scooter, hello. All right, let's cross church again. Sean Murphy. I'm not sure which ones you're referring to, but there are 3 super talls under construction as we speak. 3 of them all on Yonge Street. The Sky Tower at the foot of Yonge Street by Lake Ontario. That's the tallest one. That one is well over 100 stories high. And then Concord Sky is at Yonge and Gerrard, about midway up in the skyline, I guess, if you're going north. That one will be just over 300 meters, so just making it super tall. And then there's one Bloor West up at Yonge and Bloor, sort of at the northern end of the downtown skyline. So all 3 are super talls, and they're all under construction right now. Hey, Tyler Rocks. Oh, when will Toronto stop building? I misread your question there. I don't know. I thought you were asking what were the monster skyscrapers that Toronto is building. I guess they'll stop building them when there's no demand. The condo market is tanked, so there's not going to be too many condo skyscrapers being constructed for the next couple years at least, I would say. There's lots of them that are already under construction that started before, right? As far as new starts go, not that many will be moving forward, but lots of rentals are moving forward, right? So there'll still be skyscrapers being built. It'll just be rentals, not so much condos. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, Carol. This is Gloucester Street. Hey Debs, hello. Maybe I can walk through the linear park here. And it starts on that side. And then it sort of continues here. This linear park is here because there's a subway line running directly underneath. The subway sort of veers a bit off of Yonge Street, which is right over there, and it runs alongside Yonge Street underground through here. So they just converted the land above the line into this park. This part is Norman Jewison Park. He's a local filmmaker. He did a lot of well-known movies. Hey, Bestest Times Reborn, hello. He's passed away now, though, Norman Jewison. All these little chairs, just sort of chill in a chair here. Do they spin? They do. They spin. Hey, we got blue sky again. Hey, hello Isaac. We can't understand you. Welcome, but we can't understand you. Well, maybe some people can, but I can't. I can sort of understand you a little bit now that I'm looking at your comment, but but still. Let's spin around. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Hello, Jefferson. Imagine living here. You just step out your front door and there's a park right in front of you. But then you also sort of look at the back sides of these buildings here, kind of like an alley type situation right on the other side here. Yeah, this is a great old building here. Yeah, I knew it was Portuguese when I saw Brazil. Welcome to my Brazilian viewers. Here's Isabella Street. So the park continues. It changes names here. George Hislop Park now. Hello, East Story. This is all fenced off here. There was an encampment right here where there was some major issues, fires, stabbings. Might have been a fatality or two. So the encampment's gone now, but they still have this area all sort of fenced off here. This place is called the Sanctuary right next door. Hey, Famous Master, hello. What's up, Ron? This is Charles Street. And hello, Strolling. Just want to cross the street here. I'm going to make use of this bench for a second. I think my power bank has sort of lost its connection. There we go. Yeah, I remember that other sanctuary on Queen. I went there once or twice with friends. But that's the other sanctuary right over there. It's not a bar though. It's an actual sanctuary for people who are in need and that sort of thing. But the Queen West Sanctuary was like a goth bar. I think it was called Sanctuary Vampire Bar, if I remember correctly. In the 90s, during the peak goth times, right? Hey Dale, hello. I wasn't a goth though. I just sort of had friends who were goth. So I would get dragged out to goth type events and goth hangout spots and goth parties and that sort of thing. Both in my hometown and here in Toronto. Hello, Lorraine. It smells like rotten eggs here. We're at Yonge and Hayden Street. Nasty smell here. Is it Chick-fil-A? Chick-fil-A. What's going on in there? Hello, Gertish. Hello, Andrew. Yeah, it still reeks. Has sort of like a sewagey mixed with rotten egg smell. Doesn't that sound lovely? Or sulfur. All right, it's behind me. The stink is behind me now. Hey, we're on Bloor, crossing Bloor. Every time I say Bloor, I always feel like I'm saying it in a funny way. Bloor, 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 Bloor. How do you even say it? The more times you say it, the weirder it sounds. Say Bloor, it sounds like bluer, like the color. The sky is bluer than ever today. I think it's Bloor, just like just one sound, right? One syllable, Bloor. Not two syllables like bluer, just Bloor. Still sounds weird. Down Yonge. Hey, what's up, Mats? And West Coast Walker. All right, let's look up at the four corners of Bloor and Yonge. See all the way down to where the sky tower is there, with the crane. Hey, hello Brendan. And Rhonda, welcome. Help me, Rhonda, help me get her out of my heart. Bomb, 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 bomb. When I was like in elementary school, like grade like 1 or 2 even, there was a girl named Rhonda in my class, and I used to sing that song to her because I was a Beach Boys fan already when I was that young. I would listen to the Beach Boys. Say, hey, you're Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. And I think she's still like around. I mean, she's on my Facebook, I think. I think we're Facebook friends after all these years. Rhonda is still around. You're a big Kinks fan. I think the Beach Boys were the first band I ever remember listening to as like a small child. Hello, Omar. Welcome. Hello, Poverty Baycam, watching from Seattle. Hey, welcome. I have yet to visit Seattle. I've been to Vancouver, though, including in some of my YouTube videos. I was in Vancouver a few years ago. That's Vancouver, BC, not Vancouver, Washington. Whew, it is warm. It's a warm day. KEXP, didn't they put the performance of Andrine de Poitrine up on their YouTube channel? Has like almost 10 million views now or something. That video is basically what caused that band to go viral, I think. Andrine de Poitrine. kind of like the most hyped band in the world right now, I think, in terms of like the internet world anyway. And hey, they're Canadian or Quebecois, if you want to split hairs, you know. Still counts. Hey, don't even know. Hello. Hello, Wizard. Rissard, trying to pronounce your name. Did you send me that? Are you talking about the video of the band? No, I heard about it from Rick Beato, the music theory YouTuber. Hey, don't even know. 279 super chat. Well, I hope you figure out what you don't know, and thank you very kindly for the super chat. I don't know either. I don't know either. We both don't know, but thank you very kindly for supporting. Does anybody know? That is the question, right? Hey, Mr. Adam's Apple. Oh, you've been spreading the word, Felicity. Even though they're not from Montreal, they're from like Saguenay, right? The old Chicoutimi, Jonquière, or whatever that used to be called, like Chicoutimi, with another city right beside it called Jonquière. I can't pronounce it, but you know what I'm talking about. And then they were amalgamated together, and now they're called Saguenay, right? Basically a small city, kind of way up north, north of Quebec City. Hey, Trans-Canada, hello. Hello, user. Yeah, there are still a couple of dozen skyscrapers currently under construction here, even though the market has tanked for condos, right? But a lot of these were in the works a few years back, and so they're just sort of being built now. So that's why you still see so many condos being built. They're just not selling very many new units right now. The market went into toilet. Hello, Mo. Welcome, welcome. I thought they were amalgamated together, Felicity. Kind of like what happened to a lot of places in Ontario. No worries, Vivian. Enjoy your company. But thank you for popping in for a while. Almost an hour into the stream now. You enjoy the rest of your evening. Hello, Lauren. Welcome. I don't drink coffee, so I don't really have an opinion as to which is the best coffee. Of course I know that song, SG. See this tree right here? My bum is on the tree. My bum is on the tree. It was. We're at Bay in Yorkville. Brother just joined. Okay, well, thanks to you and your brother. Look at that. You can see one Delisle under construction way up at Yonge and St. Clair. It's up in Midtown. Hey, RK8. Capital of Kansas. Well, it's not Kansas City, which most people would think, because that's the biggest city, right? A lot of US states don't have the biggest city as their capital. It's usually a more mid-sized city, or sometimes even a small city will be the capital. Like New York State, the capital is Albany, not New York City, right? But sometimes the biggest city is the capital, so that does happen too. Like Boston is the capital of Massachusetts. Hey, what's up? Hey, Lumia Kin, hello.
So, have fun. Itzy, I love you. That's you.
Of course, I remember the kids in the hall. I still hum the theme song sometimes. It's like an iconic theme for Torontonians, you know? Do I like vintage cars? I don't really pay too much attention to cars, to be honest. I'll notice like if it's a really old vintage car, I guess, because it stands out, you know. I don't sort of like foam over them. I'm not like a car foamer or whatever. We're just walking through Yorkville here. I'm just sort of taking my time. Sort of just strolling at a very casual pace. Partly because I don't want to get too hot, because I'm a bit overdressed. If I walk too fast, I'll get sweaty. So I'm kind of taking my time here to try to avoid getting sweaty. Hey, Wing Zero. A very leisurely amble, I guess you could say.
But I mean, like, she's got the talent. There's no doubt.
It's Hazelton. We walked down here recently in a different stream, sort of coming from the north. Hello, Susie. Got Wayne McKay. The sun is reflecting off this building up ahead and is blinding me. Hopefully it doesn't melt me like that building in London did. Don't melt me, reflected sunlight, please. What's up, 315 Tricky? Welcome. Jesus, windy here now. Howdy, Woodstock. Did my best to Snoopy. The wind. What's up, Urban Andrew? Hey. It wasn't too windy until just like a minute ago. Another skyscraper rising right here. It's gonna be a really fancy one, very upscale, because it's in Yorkville, of course. I think it's going to have less than 40 stories, but it's still going to be over 150 meters or 500 feet in height. So that means it's going to have luxurious units with really high ceilings. For a building that tall to have less than 40 stories, that's the dead giveaway that it's a luxury building, right? The high ceilings, man. Gonna pay big bucks to live in that place. Hey, what's up, Digital Blade? And I guess we have our first sort of proper look at the tower. Get to it. There's the tower. Get to it. Favorite Johnny Cash song? I don't know. I never thought too much about what my favorite Johnny Cash song is. I like a lot of his songs though. It's probably one of his classics, you know, like Ring of Fire or I Walk the Line, you know. I mostly just know the hits. I don't know like all the deep cuts really so much. The Park Hyatt. Whew. I think the wind died down a bit now. Whipped my hair into a frenzy. Yeah, everyone's in t-shirts because it's too warm to be wearing long sleeves like I am here. I got this flannel shirt and I'm like dying here. But you can see how I have my gimbal in the pocket right here. Or not my gimbal, my power bank connected to my gimbal. So that's why I'm wearing this stupid flannel shirt. I mean, I like the shirt, it's just too warm to be wearing it right now. Yesterday it was like in the single digits, and today it's like in the, whoa, today it's like in the the low 20s. My gimbal just decided to spin around there. No sound? The sound is on. Does anyone else hear sound or not? There is sound? Okay. Well, it's on your end if there's no sound. Maybe you accidentally hit the little volume doohickey. Church of the Redeemer. So you're still lurking. That's what you're doing. That's the word I made up in another stream a little while ago. Studying and lurking is called still lurking. You heard it here first. Just like I coined the word strally, which is still not caught on. If strode caught on, then why not strally? I don't get it. Don't even know. Hey, thank you for joining City Dweller Tier, and welcome to a channel membership. Cheers at Don't Even Know, and thank you, Alan, for letting me know about Don't Even Know. Gimbal to straighten out here. Straighten out. There we go. Got 350 people. Over an hour in, an hour 13 minutes. So welcome everyone, including all the new, maybe first-time viewers. Hope you're all enjoying. If you are a new viewer, it'd be awesome to have you back. So all you have to do is hit that subscribe button you see right there, and then hit the notification bell, and then you'll be notified when I do future streams. I usually go live 3 times a week, and I post pre-recorded videos on the other 4 days of the week. So basically every day there's something to watch. A new walk, sometimes live, sometimes not. And you can come and say hi in the chat if you want, if you do subscribe also. I try. I try to keep it real, you know. Alright, I don't want to walk west because the sun is doing that thing where it gets low. And if you're walking to the west, you're just going to be blinded. So let's go down Philosophers Walk. Clee lurking. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue as easily as still lurking, but I guess that's a legit word that you coined. Or am I walking on Wednesday? I don't know if I do stream on Wednesday, which I usually do, but yeah, I'm not sure. I don't really think that far ahead. Did I walk by the planetarium? No, but it's just right over here. Hey, Dixon Cider, hello. I'm not sure if they started demolishing it yet. They're sort of on the verge of doing that last time I walked past.
Summer camps? I was part of the diving team. Yeah. But I used to do like just swimming camps.
Okay, don't even know. $6.99 super sticker. Hey, thank you again for all the awesome support. Cheers once again. Don't even know. Let me adjust my hair. The wind. But thank you so much for the support. Don't even know. Once again, I hope you figure it out one day. When you have fine hair like mine, the wind wreaks havoc. It just blows it in every which direction, and then it just falls and lays where it lays, right? It doesn't spring back to its former form. If it blows over in a weird way, it'll just land there and stay that way. The curses of having very fine hair. I have a lot of hair, it's just very fine and soft, like little baby hair. Sometimes I envy people with more thick, wiry hair where it just stays in place, you know? If they comb it a certain way, it just stays that way and it doesn't move around much. It doesn't blow all over the place. Thank you, first last. Yeah, I'm growing out the beard. I got like this gray on my chin here. But as the beard grows longer, there's dark hairs sort of mixed in with the gray. I'm hoping the dark hairs will sort of grow out and sort of cover up the gray a bit more, you know? The gray will be sort of like blended into the dark hair. It's too stubbly and short now for that to happen. I'll let it grow a bit more. It's just the chin. Got the gray chin. That's usually the first place to turn gray for dudes, you know, if they have facial hair. Is the chin. Even the entire rest of your body, your hair can still be dark. But the chin goes gray before anything else. Jet black. Well, it wasn't even jet black ever, really. It's more like brown, sort of like a brownish color. Hello, that's on my mind. Hey, welcome. Hey, here's Hogwarts.
Absolutely, bro. And I can write it down too if it'll help. Write the clip, like 5 point.
Yeah, this is called Philosophers Walk. The stone is somewhere. I like that one bird you can hear. Goes. That one. We're having a conversation. Hey, Kanisha, hello. Somewhere up there on the bare trees. We need some leaves. Hey, have a good dinner, Alan. Hello, E Cypher. Lots of blue sky now. Bloor, Yorkville skyline looking awesome from here. That dog was very angry at the jogger. No jogging past me! You dare jog past me? An injured bee repair itself. Well, that's pretty amazing. These guys just running full tilt over there. There's the dog that hated the jogger. All these guys are like running shirtless here. Just shorts and shoes, that's all they got. Shorts and shoes. Welcome back, Bradley Taylor. I'm just having a look at the chat here. Hello, John. So I miss sometimes when people pop into the chat and say hello. So, you know, I like to take a look to see if I missed any greetings and that sort of thing. Hello, the color purple. Feels like spring is really here, but I don't know, we're still too early into April here for me to really believe it, you know? There's always that weird cold day near the end of April where we get like flurries or something. No, this is some other project here. Heart House renovation project. So it has nothing to do with transit. It's just one of the old buildings here on campus. The Ontario line is way to the south of here. Hey, John O'Meara. Did I bury Paul? No, but I had some cranberry sauce. That's what John is really saying. Cranberry sauce. For some reason, people thought he was saying, I buried Paul. Hello, Rob. Welcome. And Queen Victoria, hello. Looking into the campus, at least that side of the campus. Got the sun though. The campus also is on the other side of the park. Oh, I forgot to look at the view down Wellesley Street here. I always sort of dig this view. This is where Wellesley Street begins, basically. If you're heading east. So if you walk east, you'll find yourself in Cabbagetown, and that's where it comes to an end. And you can see the top of the Sky Tower from here. Right there, that's the top. The tippy top of the Sky Tower there popping up. Whew. I am hot. I'm gonna need a good shower when I get home. I think he is walking with a helmet on, yeah. Looks like a bicycle helmet or something. Hey, thanks Leo Chung. That's right, do all the things, hit all the buttons, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know, if you're enjoying this, then you can check out future streams and all that sort of thing. I do these regularly. We got some nice weather ahead of us, so I'm sure to be out and about, taking it all in. And the city is usually a lot busier and much more vibrant and interesting when the nice weather finally comes around too. What the heck? A couple of wheelie kids there. I was popping a big wheelie, but I didn't catch it on stream. And I can see him popping another wheelie now, going down University Avenue. Hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
Doing live?
I'm live, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, do you want to say hello or anything? Yeah, all right.
Hi there.
Hey, so what are your names?
Renee.
Renee, cool.
Wayne.
Wayne, well, nice meeting you too.
He's a fan. He's a
Oh,
fan.
well, thank you very much. All right, good meeting you. Bye. That's always awesome, meeting viewers of the channel. That's been happening more and more often lately. Like lately, it's been almost daily, really, when I'm out and about. Even sometimes when I'm not recording or streaming, just at the grocery store and things like that. Alright, University Avenue. Do I want to walk down here? I don't want to walk west towards the sun. Maybe I'll just keep going south here. Hello, Canadian Conservative. This building here, yeah, that's a new building for U of T. And it is beautiful. I think it's a fantastic new building. And right next door, there's an empty lot where they just recently demolished an old building. Unfortunately, they demolished an old historic building, but it wasn't very architecturally significant, you know? It was old, but not a great loss in my opinion. But anyway, the point is right next door to this one, they're building another one, a taller version. So basically a taller twin of that will be going right next door. And I think it might be getting underway soon. Thought my hair was short. Well, my hair grows fast. Maybe last time you saw me, my hair was short. Yeah, on April Fool's Day, my thumbnail pic was a a buzz cut, but you know, that was my only April Fool's thing I could come up with for that day. Hey KG, hello. I'm near your work, Franny. Yeah. This is your Tim Hortons right here. Yeah, Megan also works right around here. Surprised you haven't seen her. Or maybe you don't know what she looks like, or maybe you do. I don't know. But if you do, keep an eye out. You might see her sometime. Hey, Sam Ronald. 111 Super Chat. Thank you very much. Sam Ronald, 111. Much appreciated, Sam, and cheers to the support. Hello. Hi, how are you? Good. Oh, I just got recognized again. Hey, stepdad, $10. Holy cow, thank you very, very much. That's very kind of you, stepdad. Support is very much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the walk. Ken Lan, hello. I decided not to shave. I haven't grown like a proper beard in a while, so I figured what the heck, let's do it. Yeah, keep your eyes open, Franny. Fairly groomed looking beard, I think. Down University Avenue. Hey Marlene, hello. We're at 1 hour 41 minutes. I just noticed my view count just went haywire there. Suddenly lost like 100 viewers, and then I suddenly regained 100 viewers. This is kind of glitchy sometimes, this view count thing. I lag a bit, yeah. That sometimes happens. Hey, hello Rochelle, welcome. University Avenue. A bit further down is where the construction sort of starts up around the Ontario line. So maybe I won't walk further down here. It's kind of a pain. And it doesn't look very nice either to walk through all that construction. So maybe I'll dip over here. I'll take Elm Street. And then I'll take a different street south. Where am I ending tonight? Maybe at a grocery store. Maybe at a grocery store tonight. Okay, Pianola Enterprises. And good to see you. Our friend from our neighboring city, Buffalo, New York. Just across the lake and down a bit. You can find some cool pictures online of the Toronto skyline taken from New York State. There are spots near the southern shores of Lake Ontario in New York State where you can see across the lake to the Toronto skyline, and when they zoom in, it's pretty impressive looking. Just kind of neat to think that you can see Toronto's downtown skyline from New York, you know? New York State, that is, not New York City, of course, but, you know, upstate New York. And on a clear day, you can see New York from Toronto, from downtown Toronto. If you look across the lake on a clear day, you might be able to make out the other side. And if you're in a taller building downtown, you can easily see New York State. It's pretty close. We're definitely neighbors, you know. All right, this is Simcoe Street. Be streaming at 8? Maybe. I'm not too sure. It's possible. Alright, here's Dundas. Can I get across? Well, everything is stopped. A honka burning love. I heard some honking down there. Continuing down Simcoe. Let's see if any stores have opened up at the base of this new development here. It's like a little sort of pedestrianized space between all these buildings. That's supposed to have a bunch of shops, retail, restaurants, that sort of thing. Doesn't look like there's anything open as of yet, though. That's pretty neat, though. Giant pocket watch. Or a stopwatch. Looks more like a stopwatch, right? No shops yet. This is all brand new. There's a similar development on the east side of downtown that does have some new shops and restaurants opening up now. This is sort of like its west side sort of sibling over here. Joe Severe, am I heading near the atrium? Not at the moment, no. I'm sort of heading in the opposite direction, actually. Hello, Capo. Nice wide sidewalk here. And then look how skinny it gets. It's like wide, 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 then skinny. Yeah, 15-minute city. That sounds good to me. I like having lots of things within a 15-minute walk. I do really have a lot of things within a 15-minute walk of my apartment building. I have like about at least 10 full-size grocery stores all within a 15-minute walk all around my building. And Parliament Street is just about 7 minutes walk to the east, and Yonge Street is about an 8 or 9 minute walk to the west. Both those streets have all sorts of stuff on them, obviously. Every kind of store, restaurant. Hello Herb, how you doing? And Pamela. Welcome Pamela. Yeah, some of the rich neighborhoods don't have proper sidewalks. You'll find that in a lot of cities, really. I think even New York City has a few areas like that, you know? It's sort of like windy, suburban-esque neighborhoods in the outer boroughs, you know? Where you might find some streets without proper sidewalks, usually with rich people living in the area. I think Staten Island and maybe some of the outer parts of Queens and way up in the northern Bronx, you might find some streets like that. Walking towards Queen. I see Garfield. I see Garfield on this building up ahead. I'm gonna go look. Let's go look at Garfield. It's Monday, right? Garfield famously hates Mondays. Let's see what Garfield's up to on this Monday. Well, he seems to be having a good time. He's making the most of it today. Way to go. Hey, welcome back, Alan. Even I don't like Mondays that much, and I don't really have any good reason to not like them. I don't know what it is. Just something about them, you know? There's McCall Street. Let's continue. Oh, I can see the Forma from here. The new Gary skyscraper. That's going to look so awesome. In my video I posted yesterday, I get up close to that one. You can see all the cladding, the stainless steel cladding, with that sort of crumpled texture to it. Hey, it's a goth girl. I used to think goth girls were so hot. Kind of a neat view here. Hey, John Rocks. Hidden away row houses in here. Inside the little hidden away park. Here's this artist again. I saw some of his work when I was walking in the East End. And I mentioned that he has other works around the city. Well, here's another one right here. He has a very distinctive style, you know. Delta Echo. Holy moly, 20 bucks. Good to be back in the Continuum. Hey, it's good to have you back at Delta Echo. Holy cow, that's a very generous super chat. Very much appreciated, Delta Echo. It is good to have you back. Hope you're enjoying the walk tonight. Cheers. And hello, Carl Roth also. Oh, this little guy. All right, back to Queen Street, or not back to. I guess this is the first time we're hitting Queen Street. The alley looked a bit too intriguing to me, so I walked through the alley before coming to Queen Street. Queen and John. This is much music. Hello, Sundarshan. Check out the lineup here at the gelato place. As soon as the weather gets the slightest bit warm, a lineup just instantly forms here.
the outdoors.
Of course, Carl. Of course I did. They had that big sort of gate that was open to the street, you know? So you could see right inside the building.
Yeah, I know, right?
You could stand there, you could see the VJs interviewing whoever. Sometimes the people they were interviewing would come out onto the sidewalk, you know, and greet the people standing around gawking. I was never one for standing around and gawking, but you know. But if you were downtown and there was something going on, how could you not check it out, right? Great weather today. The wind is not that bad. I think it was worse earlier. Thankfully it's calmed down a bit. I'm glad I'm not on the other side of Queen Street. There's just nothing but music, music, music coming from like every place. Hello, Hemsley. How you doing? Alright, just turned onto Peter Street. Anyway, past 2 hours already. Moses is still around. He still owns a bunch of stuff, you know, like Zoomer Radio or Zoomer Magazine or something along those lines. Hey, Squeaky Cat. Zoomer Media. I guess that covers all of that. Covers all of the Zoomer stuff. Yeah, he has a spot in Liberty Village, right? For Zoomer Media, and there's like a little museum there. I've never checked it out, but maybe one day. And how you doing, Miss Loba Bob? We're at Richmond Street here. Richmond and Peter. So heading down Peter Street. Yeah, that little TV museum that was on the waterfront was pretty cool. Too bad it's not permanent. At least I did go in one time while I was streaming to check it out. It was children's TV shows, a little museum for all the Toronto-produced children's TV shows, like over all the decades, right? Going all the way back to the 1950s or whatever, like Friendly Giant, all the way up to present day. Hello, YouTube. Crossing Adelaide. Yeah, we're at 400 viewers.
And then going to prison.
Welcome, welcome to all the new viewers, if there are any new ones tonight. And of course to all the regulars. If you are a new viewer, come and say hi in the chat if you want. No pressure. You do have to subscribe though if you do want to come and say hi. And if you do, you might as well hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I do future streams, because I go live about 3 times a week. And I post pre-recorded videos, walking videos, pre-recorded ones on the channel all the other days of the week. So every day it's either a live stream or a pre-recorded walk.
What?
Just got people just walking everywhere here. New sidewalks. I hear Simon and Garfunkel. I hear the boxer. I am just a poor boy, though my story's seldom told. I have squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. Lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Hey, what's up, Quad Mods? Guy's just jerking that dog really aggressively. I hate to see shit like that. It makes me angry. Kind of makes me want to wrap that thing around his neck and jerk it with all my might. You know what I'm saying? Still hear the Simon and Garfunkel over there. That would get me a copyright claim so fast. My little rendition I just did won't get me a copyright claim. But the real thing will. Hey Crikey, hello. He was walking with his girlfriend, or wife, whatever, and they were turning around the corner right by me, and I don't know what the dog did, but he just yanked on its leash really hard and like scolded the dog for whatever, but like he just violently yanked on it, so the dog's neck basically like went bleh, you know. And then his girlfriend kind of looked at him in a, like a very displeased expression, you know. She should dump him. She should just dump him. Sorry, I can't date a guy who acts like an asshole with a dog, you know, sorry. A dog who gives nothing but unconditional love, right? And you act like a completely dickhead, cruel asshole to the dog. What is this music? What is the music? Is it even music? I think it's like an ad. It's just an ad with music. Hey, Carmageddon, hello. The dog should dump him too, yeah. And it was like a golden retriever, I think, or one of those types of dogs, you know, which usually have the best disposition of almost any dog breed, right? Hello, Linda Jane Jackson. Yeah, they just want to please their people, right? Check out the CN Tower reflection. And there's the real thing. Not the Edmonton CN Tower. That one predates this CN Tower. Although the Edmonton CN Tower is just an office building. It's like 27 stories high. It's like an old office building. Just called the CN Tower. Because CN had its offices in there, so. I think at one time it was the tallest building in Edmonton, right? It was sort of Edmonton's first sort of modern office tower. A live stream a walk from the West Edmonton Mall all the way to downtown Edmonton. Hey Sonny, of course I know who Wayne Gretzky is. Gretzky's Trump's buddy, right? I think Trump is in love with Wayne Gretzky. I think so. Admires him greatly in any case. But Then again, millions of Canadians also could say the same. You can't deny the hockey skills, right? Greatest hockey player of all time. The Michael Jordan of hockey, basically. You can't take that away from him, man. He's gonna always have that. I was never really a hockey fan, but even I was a bit swayed by all the Gretzky hoopla back in the day. You knew something big was happening with Wayne Gretzky when he hosted Saturday Night Live, right? It's like, oh, they have a Canadian hockey player hosting Saturday Night Live. That's when you know you've made the big time, man. I remember all the hype too when that was happening. Everyone was really excited. He's hosting Saturday Night Live. I remember I watched it with my dad and my grandmother in Wallaceburg when I was down there visiting. My grandmother was living in Wallaceburg still, so we went to her house to visit, and we watched Wayne Gretzky on Saturday Night Live. I think that was in like 1989, if I'm remembering correctly. I can hear Red Hot Chili Peppers Breaking the Girl. Whew, I am warm. Doesn't feel like it's cooled off much yet, now that we're into the evening here. I was actually a bit concerned that I wouldn't be warm enough if it cooled off in the evening, but so far it doesn't feel like it has cooled off at all. Walking past the Sky Dome. Hello, Steve. Hey, Steve. Whew. This guy is here all the time. Sometimes he's in Chinatown also. Is there any music over here? Hello, daily course. 2 hours and 22 minutes here. 2:23 now. Hey, Mark Bass. There's the South Core skyline. Pretty much this entire skyline you see here did not exist less than 20 years ago. Everything you see there is relatively new. It's mostly condo buildings, but there's a few office towers in there also, and a hotel. A couple hotels. And the Sky Tower is the newest addition, although it's mostly hidden. You can just see the top of it. Hey, the Mockeries. Heidi ho. It's a very pleasant evening, Jenna. I'm still feeling a bit overheated with my flannel shirt here. Looks like they still haven't taken down the statue of Ted Rogers. I heard they're supposed to take that down. Guy's blasting music, so maybe I'll cross the street. We'll avoid him. We'll avoid him and his stinking music. The Rec Room. Got the Toronto Railway Museum. Neat mural there. Look at that, you got the old Royal York Hotel in the background. Bremner Boulevard, right at the base of the tower. And the aquarium. You like trains? Yeah, I like trains too. I used to like them a lot more when I was a little boy. I had electric train sets, you know, all the usual. I used to have like an electric train set up almost all the time in my bedroom. Hey, Choppy, hello. Here's one of the old original GO Train cars. I think the GO Train service started up in 1969, I believe, right? Or something like that. Got the old roundhouse here. There's a little mini railway that runs all through here. You can take a ride on a little mini train. Hey, Tiana, hello. 11 more days until your trip. Wow. You must be getting excited. It's coming right for me. Let's play chicken. I guess they call it a turntable, not a roundhouse. Turntable. Check out the old skyline. No First Canadian place yet. Just got 2 TD Center towers and a third one under construction. You can see the elevator core of the 3rd TD tower under construction. And Commerce Court West, which was the tallest building in the city at that time. And the old Royal York, still there, of course. Toronto, Hamilton, and Buffalo. Old railway. 3 neighboring cities, 3 awesome cities, all sort of just down the road from one another. You can see the Toronto skyline from Hamilton if you're in an elevated location like up on Hamilton Mountain. Or the escarpment. It's not really a mountain, they just call it the mountain. But you can see the Toronto skyline on a clear day from Hamilton, even from some of the apartment buildings in downtown Hamilton. You can see the Toronto skyline. Hey, Boardwalk Brad, hello. Check out the little station over here. It's a cute little station. I guess that's where you hop on the little mini train, which isn't running right now. Check out, you got an intersection here. It is adorable, isn't it? This is adorable too. It's funny you have all this stuff, but then looming just behind you have these massive skyscrapers. Well, that can't be right, Jillian, considering Toronto was founded as the town of York in 1793. And it was incorporated as the city of Toronto in 1834. And places like Montreal and Quebec City were founded way back 100 years even earlier, or 200 years. Hey, what's up, donkey? I think the Vikings were the first to sort of discover Canada, right? Or what would be eventually become Canada. Like Newfoundland, I think, was the first spot that is now Canada that the Vikings landed on. There we go. Carmageddon has got some info. I feel my thumb getting numb. When I hold the gimbal for a while, sometimes my thumb gets numb. It's a new medical condition caused by walk tubing and live streaming. Call it gimbal thumb. Doc, I got a bad case of gimbal thumb. What can you do? There's a good look at the Sky Tower. Oh, you're staying here. The Germain? That one right there, Tiana? Le Germain? Yeah, I switched hands. I do that, you know, from time to time, but I guess I don't do it enough. There's the Royal York. This is like the best place to see it now. from far away, right? Unless you're right across the street from it, you can't really see it around downtown unless you come right here. This is pretty much the best spot to see it now from anywhere far away.
And in fact, she became very jealous of the dog eventually. So she's like, now nobody's asking for a dog. Exactly. Just wait.
See the game. Should I walk through Union Station? Should I walk around Union Station? Maybe I'll walk around Union Station. There's another reflection of the tower. We'll watch it get eaten away here. The reflection will disappear. No, where did it go? Hey, Lisa. Hello, hello. What food is around? Lots of chain restaurants right around this immediate area, mostly Tiana. But there's no shortage of places. Like, no shortage. And you can also go inside Union Station, just right beside the hotel practically. And there's all kinds of places to eat in there. And your hotel is connected to the path also. So you can walk through the path if the weather's crummy. You can go south down to the lake, down to Queens Quay through the path, or you can go north through Union Station and all the way up through the financial district, all the way up through the Eaton Center if you keep going north. A honka burning love. The Loose Moose is just over here on Front Street. Like, we just came up York Street, so the Loose Moose is just right over there. You can sort of see the sign. That's the sign for the Loose Moose. That's flashing. The Loose Moose to me is just a place that always blasts loud copyright music. So it's on my shit list. Okay, welcome back to the Mockeries.
Liquidate. And then,
We get a little blip in signal there. Yeah, I see it dropped a bit here. I think it's going back up. It's back. All these new steel bollards are looking pretty nice. Would a moose attack a human being? Oh yeah, sometimes they're known to do that. They can be quite aggressive. And you don't want to mess with a moose. That guy had quite the fro, man. Holy moly. Bay and front. Front and bay. Getting pretty darkish. I still have my shades on though. Maybe it wouldn't look so dark if I took these off. Yeah, it definitely looks lighter. That place across the street is also on my shit list for obvious reasons. They play like not only loud music, but really stupid, annoying loud music. Sounds like a nightclub or something. I should try a fro. Well, in the right conditions, my hair does sort of get a little bit fro-like, you know. It has to be a certain length, and there has to be a certain amount of humidity. But it sort of takes on a bit of a quasi-fro look to it in the right conditions. I think I have an old picture that I took on a humid summer night when my hair looked pretty fro-like. I have that picture somewhere. Your hair goes wavy and curly. Yeah, mine does too. But when it's just the right length with just the right amount of humidity, it kind of goes a bit above and beyond wavy and curly. Hey Mark, still going? Anyone like the Musketeers? I don't know, don't you have to like have been a kid in the 1950s or 60s? Did they have Musketeers like in the 2000s? Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Like, weren't like the kids who later became pop stars, a bunch of them were Musketeers, right? Hello, Wei, how you doing? No, I never use gel. Yeah, like Britney Spears. Or her boyfriend, what's his name? Her ex-boyfriend. The boy band guy. Why can't I think of his name? There's Yonge Street. Wasn't even like Ryan Gosling like a Musketeer? I don't know. I know he's Canadian, but I think he was sort of adopted by the United States entertainment industry at a pretty young age, right? Justin Timberlake, that's the one. Drawing a blank, couldn't think of his name for some reason. So they ended in 2016. Wow. So they lasted longer than I thought. Mouseketeers, right? I keep saying musketeers. Mouseketeers. That's what I meant to say. Silly me. I just think of Annette Funicello, you know. That's what comes to mind when I think of a mouseketeer. Okay, Lisa says we're going with musketeer, so that's just how it is now. Almost at 3 hours. Whew. Man, I am hot. Feels like summer, like a summer evening, you know? Like there's actually a bit of a humid feel in the air. Hey, thanks Alan K. That's right, once again, do all the things, hit all the buttons, just like Alan K said right there. Do all the liking and the subscribing and the sharing and the hitting of the notification bell. Then you'll be notified when I go live. I go live usually 3 times a week. And I post pre-recorded videos on all the days that I don't go live. So basically every single day. It's one or the other. Yeah, the Flatiron building is still wrapped up. I wonder if it'll finally be unveiled in time for the summer tourist season, you know? All of last summer it was covered up. So no tourists last year got to take a picture of the Flatiron building for the entire season. Will it be ready for this year? Who knows? That's all you can see right now. It's just not quite the same around here without being able to look at that thing. All right, church. Let's go up church. I'm gonna unplug my power bank. All right, we're going to church, Choppy. My cord in my pocket. Hey, Alan K, $2. Root beer to quench my thirst. I am feeling a bit parched, I have to admit. Thank you very kindly, Alan K. Much appreciated. And I took off my shades, as you can see. No more oversized aviators. I don't know, every time I see how these aviators look, I think they look too big. I think they look too large. Whoa. Damon Washington, $2. Ditto. Thank you also, Damon Washington. Cheers to you as well, Damon. Thank you very kindly.
Turning 28.
Hey, Asan, hello. Here, Choppy, we're going to church right here. And have a good night, Choppy. There's hardly any wind right now. It's like very calm here compared to earlier. Why is this light so long? All right, up church. Yes, twilight is upon us. Yeah, the birds are chirping up a storm. I noticed that earlier. Walking through Philosophers Walk, that's all you could hear. Hey, Shannon Baker, hello. Hey, happy Monday, Alicia. like a close turn. Hello, Tavane. All I smell is weed. Where's it coming from? It's all around me, but I don't know where it's coming from. It literally could be coming from anywhere when you're in downtown Toronto, right? You can't pinpoint the weed smell. Pinpoint. It just surrounds you on all sides at all times. Summer rain song. Have a good night. Sidewalk closed. In Toronto, no sidewalk goes unobstructed. I haven't said that in a while, but I used to say it all the time. Looks like this building is nearing completion now. So hopefully the sidewalk will be opening up again, like all new, brand new sidewalk will be laid down there. And maybe some new retail will be opening up at the base here. You know, making Church Street a bit more interesting in the long run. Hey, Thiago, is there a car playing Bob Marley? You don't even need that in Toronto. You could be playing Anne Murray and you're still hotboxing the car, right? You don't need no stinking Bob Marley to do that here. Yeah, that's very true, Lisa. I always look forward to the day when sometimes after years of construction, when the sidewalk finally reopens again, you know? Sometimes it's like 5 years of a sidewalk being blocked or inaccessible or covered up with hoarding or something. And then when it finally opens up again, it's like, oh, look at this, wow. Finally, a proper sidewalk again. It only took 5 years. Have a good night, Rochelle. Will they ever finish Mervish Village? Hopefully. I noticed the sidewalk along Bloor Street is finally sort of reopened though. You know, after 5 years or whatever. But now we have to wait for Markham Street to finish. It's supposed to be pedestrianized, right? When it reopens, so it'll kind of be like better than it was before in that sense. We just have to see what sort of businesses open up. I doubt they'll be as good as the businesses that used to be there, or as interesting. Don't even know. $2.79. Stay safe, Ken. Get the Mozza burger. Have a good night. Thank you once again. Don't even know. Very awesome support of you once again here. You have yourself a good night too. Maybe I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Don't even know. Thank you. Yeah, if business is open, yeah. See here on this corner, see the sidewalk is all covered up with construction hoarding. It's going to be like this for the next like 4 or 5 years, because this building is just starting. It's just starting to go up. Hey, Slack Wolf. It is beautiful weather. It is. Chris Mills, hello. But yeah, as I was saying, this sidewalk won't be back to normal for years. Because I think right next door to this under construction building, another one is going to be beginning construction right here eventually. So this whole stretch will just be one big construction site. Yeah, this one, that's what's coming next. Be the last bits of Pawn Shop Row. It's Simon's. We have a Simon in the chat from across the pond, right? Well, you know, my name is Simon, and the things I draw come true. Yeah, Fillmore's is closed down. It's all surrounded by fencing right now. And that's going to be a rental building, so it might start construction soon. They don't have to wait to like sell condo units and that sort of thing. Oh, the sky is looking nice. Henry's. Hey, Derek, hello. My weekend was all right. Don't get a teen burger at the A&W. No, you don't have to worry about that. Did this burger place shut down here? I think it did. Yeah, it did. The vegan burger restaurant that was here closed down. It was Odd Burger. No more Odd Burger. I noticed another location closed down in another part of downtown also. They were good. I tried it and it was good, and it was pretty affordable too. Crossing Dundas, looking towards Yonge and Dundas, and another sidewalk that's going to be blocked off for the next 5 years or so.
Okay, I can't apologize for him anymore.
It's too far.
It's too far.
Maybe not 5, maybe like 3 or 4 years. This is another rental building going up on this corner. Hey, Felicity's back. Yeah, you got that right. I've continued through all of it. All of it and then some. I don't know, ever since we came into this part of downtown, it's just been constant sirens, yeah. On the east side, ooh. The danger zone, ooh. Kenny Loggins and Kenny the Continuum are both in the danger zone. Okay, look where I am. This must mean it's the end of the stream. But hey, it's been 3 hours and 20 minutes almost. I think we have gotten in our streaming for the night. But the weather was great, so no complaints at all tonight, other than I was a bit too warm, a bit too overdressed here with this flannel shirt. But a nice shower awaits me Gonna pop in here, get something to eat for dinner tonight. So thanks everyone for checking out the Monday stream. Yeah, a lot of fun. We just wandered all around downtown, up and down and all around. It was a pleasure. Hope to see you in my next stream, most likely on Wednesday. But stay tuned, you know, hit the notification bell and all that good stuff, of course, if you haven't already. Subscribe too, you know, for any new viewers. And you can check that one out. But tomorrow night I'll be premiering a pre-recorded video around 7:15. Hope to see you there. There's a live chat, even though it's not a live video. The chat will be live as we watch it together, and I'll be chatting away with everyone. Looking forward to that. So thanks again. Thanks to the mods also, Vivian, Alan K, cheers. Thank you, and a huge thanks to everyone who sent support. Lots of very generous support tonight. Super chats, super stickers, new channel memberships, or any PayPals that might have come through. I'll have to check afterwards, but thank you in advance if there are any of those. Yes, I very, very much appreciate all the awesome support. New subscribers, old subscribers, channel members, yeah, everyone. So until next time, I will continue. All right, have a good night, everyone. I'll see you all soon in the next one. Cheers. A bit blinded by this light here. All right, that's it, folks. Yoink.